Hi guys, Abs here and welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create content for your websites that rank inside of Google using free tools. I'm going to be showing you how you can create graphs, diagrams and images for the content that you create so that you can make your content stand out and rank even higher. I'm going to be showing you how you can create affiliate product reviews and comparisons for any product, and all you need to do is add your affiliate links to start earning. And I'm going to be showing you how you can create automated promotional material with a push of a button, and how to save hours of time summarizing and condensing large content into chunks that you can understand within minutes. And I'm going to be showing you so much more. And I'm going to be showing you how you're going to be able to use automation and AI combined to become an expert, an SEO expert in any niche. And to do this, I'm going to demonstrate our latest software called the Prompt Generator AI. So the Prompt Generator AI has been around for quite some time now, but the last time we actually showcased this software, it only worked with Chat GPT and Google Bard. But now it also works with Bing Chat, which gives you access to GPT-4 free of charge, and DALL-E, and it also works with Claude AI. Now, some of these engines do have paid for versions, for example Claude AI, so it will work with the paid for version and it will work with the free version, and for example Chat GPT. So you have the pro version, which allows you to work with GPT-4. It also allows you to work with My GPTs, which is a recent update, and the software allows you to work with all of these down here. In fact, if I show you strategies, so for example, just to give you an understanding, a strategy, you can have multiple strategies inside of here. So here's a strategy called Image FAQ Schema, and this strategy is built up from 11 prompts, and each one of these prompts can be set to work with whatever engine you want it to work with. So this is working with Chat GPT or Bard, Bing or Claude, and you can set it to work with GPT-4, and if you want it to work with a My GPT, you can add the engine down here. So for example, if I double click this here, we can see that this is working with Claude. Okay, if I click this one down here, we can see that this is working with Chat GPT and it's actually using the Data Insighter My GPT plugin. Okay, so you have full control down here, and these strategies can have hundreds of prompts inside of them. So we have some strategies down here. I think I got this ebook strategy down here, a 100 chapter ebook strategy. If we have a look at this one down here, we've got prompts that run one after the other. Okay, 122 prompts, and it's all done automated and automatically for us, guys. And I want to be showing you how this tool is going to empower you to create content and to create stuff that you just haven't been able to do before, because it will just take too much time to do, and it just wouldn't be feasible. So anyway, we're able to do so many more things with this as well. So if I show you, if I go back over to that strategy I was showing you a minute ago, we also have this feature down here known as a Google search. So this Google search is, let's say if you don't want to add an action as a prompt, but you want to do a crawl. So if you do it as a crawl, you're able to go ahead and crawl a URL. So you can have prompts in here whereby we go and crawl the URL, scrape the data, and then send the data back as a prompt. And we have posts, so you can post to the cloud or to WordPress. And we have a Google search, so this will actually do a keyword research inside of Google, visit the top 10 ranking sites, scrape all of the content, pick and find your LSI terms and everything for you. And it even allows you to save to Google Sheets. But without sounding too complicated, let me show you exactly what the benefits are from running one of these strategies. We've also added the ability to work with proxies behind an AI engine. So many of these AI engines might not be available to different locations or different places around the world. So what you can do now is you can actually select whatever AI engine that you'd like to put behind a proxy, add your proxy inside of there, and then that AI engine will be open for you to work with. You can actually have one proxy set for every single one of these AI engines, or you can have different proxies for each one of these AI engines, or you don't need to have any proxies if you don't want to. Another feature that we've added inside of here as well is when you're working with Spin Rewriter, then you now have the new Humanize AI features, which allows you to add capitalizations and typos and misspellings, and to make it so that your content doesn't look as if it's been written by an AI agent. And when you're in the editor, you're actually able to spin anything that you want. You're able to spin it, you're able to get spin tags, or you're also able to humanize the article as well. So it's really, really cool. And the features that we've added inside of here are based on what our users have needed. So let me go back over to the presentation and let me show you some of the strategies that I would like to take you through today. So the very first strategy, I want to show you how we can create page one worthy content consistently, time after time, for any keyword, even if we know nothing about the keyword. Okay, and the way we do this is we do this by starting off and doing reverse analysis. So we're going to go over to Google because we already know what Google's ranking, and we're going to search Google for our keyword, and then for the sites that are ranking, the top 10 sites, we're going to go and visit those top 10 ranking sites, and we're going to scrape all of the content from them and then send that content to the AI engines, and we're going to ask the AI engine to evaluate that content, and then we're going to ask the AI engine to create us SEO optimized content for ourselves using the findings from the top 10 content, or the content that we sent it from the top 10 ranking sites. And then we're going to go ahead and get factual data so that we can generate factual graphs and images for our content. And when possible, we're going to send the AI engine a list of important LSI terms that should be included inside of the content that it generates, and a list of entities that should be included inside of the content that it generates as well. Okay, so I've got this down here that I want to show you. So I'm going to go over to automation, okay, and I'm going to pick the strategies. So we can edit the strategies inside of strategies, and when we want to run the strategy, we can run them from here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the articles category, and I'm going to go ahead and pick that image FAQ schema. I can have a quick look at the strategy down here. I can see it's 11 prompts. I can maximize these strategies to see exactly what the prompts are. Okay, so the very first prompt here is we're working with Claude, and it's saying we want you to generate an SEO optimized article outline using content for our keyword, using the content that comes from the top 10 ranking sites. And here's the content where we send it from the top 10 ranking sites. Then we ask it to list entities, because from the content that we sent it, so that we can have these entities in our own content as well. And then we ask it to create a 5,000 word article. And when we ask it to create the article, we're also sending it LSI terms. These are LSI terms that the software has uncovered from the top 10 ranking sites inside of Google, and then we send it the list of entities, which is what the actual AI engine sends us itself, and then we ask it to provide us some factual details that we can use to create a graph, and then we go over to Chat GPT and use the Data Insighter plugin to visualize that graph. And then we're going ahead and asking for some frequently asked questions and some schema, and then we're asking it to generate a prompt for a featured image, and then we actually go over to Bing and we generate an image from Bing, and then we save everything over. So let me show you this in action. In fact, what we'll do is we'll do a different keyword down here. We'll do something like how to reduce bounce rate. Okay, I was working with this earlier on, so I'm just going to do it with this one as well, and I'm going to click on start. Okay, and the very first thing the software is going to do, if you have a look up here, it's saying crawling. So this is actually doing a Google search, and it's searching Google for how to reduce bounce rate. And then it's going to go ahead and visit the top 10 ranking sites. It's going to scrape the content from those top 10 ranking sites. It's going to analyze the content to get the LSI terms from them as well. And then it's going to navigate to our AI engine of our choice. So on this occasion, Claude AI. And then it's asking it to generate and perform the actions for us. So I'll actually scroll up so that you can see exactly what's happened. So here's our prompt: generate an SEO optimized article outline, ensure that you're using, ensure it is covered comprehensively. And we're saying here's content that comes from the top 10 ranking sites, and all this data here, if I scroll down, it's actually quite a lot. So I'm going to go from here. This is all the data that came from the top 10 ranking sites for our keyword that the software uncovered and sent it to Claude. Okay, and now Claude might be taking a little bit long here. But here's what it says. It says here's an SEO optimized article outline for the keyword how to reduce bounce rate, and it's coming from the content that we've actually sent it. Okay, and now we're asking it to list the top 50 entities that come from this content, that come from the top 10 ranking sites, from the content that we actually sent it. And we're asking it to list them comma separated. Okay, so some of these engines are fast and some of them are slow. Some of them are faster in different times of the day. Some of them are slower in different times of the day. And as you can see down here, it's listing these engines down here now. And now we're asking it to create an optimized article for us. Okay, so I'll actually show you this prompt. Create a 5,000 word SEO optimized article. It's very rare that they actually follow how many words you want. But anyway, we've asked it to create a 5,000 SEO optimized article. Ensure the article is engaging. Use markdown format. Apply formatting like bold words, italic and that. Make the content appear as if it's written by a human that passes AI content. And then we're saying incorporate as many of the provided LSI terms and entities seamlessly in the article. And then we're giving it the list, the LSI terms. So these are LSI terms that the software actually uncovered. So things like bounce, rate, page, website, site, content, visitors, user, Google, people, pages, reduce. So we've got the top 100 LSI terms down here. Okay, and then we've got entities down here that the AI engine uncovered from the top 10 ranking sites. So we've got things like Amazon website visitors, rate, page, content, Google, bounce, sites, analytics, SEO, traffic tool, channels, sources, referral, testing, experimentation, destination, journey, funnel. So these are kind of entities that the AI engines uncovered for us. And now it's writing the article for us based on the outline and trying to include the LSI terms and the entities for us so that we're able to generate content that is page one worthy, that ranks inside of Google, that has all of the information needed inside of it for things like LSI terms, entities, the kind of content that Google is looking for, the kind of headings and everything that we need for a good ranking blog post inside of this article. So I'll let it complete and then we'll go on to the next one. Okay, and now we're asking it for factual details from the article you just created that can be used to create data, that can be used to create a data graph visualization. The graph should aid readers in understanding key information, include only verifiable facts and data points for the graph, do not include any other additional information or explanations. Okay, brilliant. So now we've come over to Chat GPT, and this time, as you can see, we're using the Data Insighter plugin, which is a MyGPT data called Data Insighter, and this is actually programmed to do an analysis in an image format. So it does a data analysis. So we're actually fed it the details that we got it from Claude AI for the factual data, and now we're asking it to create the data for us. And sometimes it does come up with an error and it will start again and try again, and I've seen up to 4 errors in the past as well. So it really depends on what the servers are like with ChatGPT. But with this software, you can minimize it. It's to system tray. You don't have to watch what you're doing here. You can go ahead and work with different browser tabs and do whatever you want while it's doing it for you as well. And here's the nice graph for us that we can use on our website. And now we're actually changing over to ChatGPT 3.5. And we're asking it for some FAQs. Now we're asking it for FAQ page schema. And now we're asking it for a prompt that can be used to generate an image. And now we're actually going to go over to Bing Chat. And we're going to ask Bing to generate the image for us using the prompt that ChatGPT gave us. And there you go. So the reason I actually like using Bing for images because it creates 4 images at a time and you don't end up using your credits for GPT-4. So anyway, I'm going to import the article inside of here. Okay, so here's the article. We don't need this part here. If I scroll down, we can see that we got 3,071 words. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to show you what's happened and what it's done for us. So here's the article that Claude AI created for us. Now this is using LSI terms, it's using entities, and it's constructed and created from the content that we sent it from the sites that are ranking inside of Google, and the software done all of that for us in the background. Okay, here are the FAQs that we got from ChatGPT. Okay, and then we've got schema that we can put on our website as well. I don't know why it hasn't actually shown us the schema code down here. I'll have to get that looked at. And here are the images that we can use that we got from Bing. Okay, so as you can see, some of them are not very good. So we can choose which ones we want to work with and which ones we don't. Okay, this one's better, how to reduce bounce rate without any errors. Some of these have some spelling errors and everything in there, which is kind of weird, but it's the way AI works at the moment. And this is a pretty cool one as well. And then we have this visualization graph that it created for us as well. So I'll make it a bit smaller because it's difficult to see otherwise. And this is really cool. So you've got a minimum bounce rate, maximum bounce rate, percentages, and then by the industry. So you've got e-commerce services, blogs, landing pages, target page as well. And you just come down here now and you'll add these wherever you want to add them, which is really, really cool. And then you can go ahead and you can post these on your sites, knowing that these have been inspired by sites that rank already inside of Google. And here's a really cool one. Okay, so these are some stats. This is where I could put the image if I wanted to. And as you can see, I've already done a keyword search down here, how to lower your website's bounce rate. And this is the average number of words. So we've got more than the average number of words. I can do a score up here now, and I can see what we got on score. So it looks like we already have a 55 score. If I come down here and have a look, we've got some nice optimization down here. We haven't got enough H2s. What I can do is click on auto optimize and then click on score. As we can see, we're 59 out of 60 now because the software has aligned our headings now with the headings from sites that are already ranking in Google. But let me show you another article that I created earlier on, whereby you can see we've got the FAQ schema and everything in here as well. So here's the FAQ schema and everything. I don't know why on this occasion it didn't do it. And on this occasion, you can see the images in here as well. You can see the bounce rate. Like I said, I was playing around this keyword earlier on. You can see everything down there. So it's really, really cool. Now let's go over and show you the next strategy that I want to show you. The next strategy is how to rewrite underperforming content and rank even higher inside of Google. So this is a really cool strategy, guys, because if you got content that's already written but it's not ranking, then this is going to be the perfect strategy for you. And this is where we're going to be scraping content from 2 sites or 3 sites that are already ranking inside of Google, and we're going to scrape content from your own site. We're going to send all of the content to the AI engine and ask it why the content ranks and why your content doesn't rank, and to make an evaluation of that. And then we're going to ask the AI engine to rewrite that content based on its analysis and its findings that it's done. And I've got this strategy down here called compare article rank. So we'll go ahead and we'll actually pick up some websites first of all. So we'll go over to Google and we'll do something like how to reduce bounce rate. Okay, and we'll go ahead and we'll take this URL and we'll come along and we'll take this next URL. Really want to make sure it's got some content on there. And what we'll do now is we'll actually keep going down, probably page 8 or 9 or something. Okay, we'll take this URL down here. Oh, there you go. I've already used this URL before. Fantastic. It just shows how fast I try and just scroll down and just pick one randomly. Anyway, so I'm going to go over to automation. I'm going to go over to my test category that I've got down here. And I've got this content from, I've got this compare article rank. If I have a look at the strategy is made up of 5 prompts. The first prompt is a crawl, the second prompt is a crawl, and the third prompt is a crawl. So we're going to crawl the first website, the second website, the 2 sites that are ranking in Google for our keyword, and then we're going to crawl our own website. Really, this is a site that's ranking like on page 7 or something, but it would be our own website. And then I'm going to send the prompt saying, I'm going to send you content from 2 websites that rank for my keyword on page 1 of Google. I will also send you my own content that doesn't rank high in Google, and the keyword is, and I'm giving it my keyword. I want you to do the following 4 steps. Step 1, analyze the content that ranks on page 1. Step 2, tell me why the content ranks high in Google. Step 3, evaluate my content and suggest what needs to be done in order to rank. Step 4, rewrite my content using the suggestions uncovered in step 3 so that it ranks inside of Google. and we're giving it the content from the website 1, we're giving it content from website 2, and then we're giving it content from our own website down here as well, and then we're saving it over. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the logical section down here, and I'm going to add those keywords, or sorry, those URLs. So here was the first website, here was the second website, and here was the third website. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and click on save. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to logical one more time. I'm going to send the HTML tags with this as well, so it knows about all the headings and everything in there as well. And I'm going to click on start. Okay, so what you can see towards the top is we're crawling, and we're crawling. So we've done 3 crawls, and because we had to crawl all 3 websites to get all the data, and then we're sending our prompt. Let me just go to the top to show you exactly what we've got down here. Okay, so here's the step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay, and then the content from website 1. This is all the content comes from website 1. Okay, so content from website 2 now. Let's keep scrolling down. And here we go, my own website content now. Okay, so we've given it all the data. We've asked it to do its analysis. So it's done step 3. It needs to do a step 4 now. Here we go, step 4, rewrite 3,000 words. So here we go, now it's rewriting our article for us. So basically what it's done down here, it's done a step 1 analysis. It's found out about the headings, the keyword optimization, the informative content, the multimedia that's being used, the calls to actions, the links and resources, the appropriate length. Then it's doing a step 2, reasons the content ranks high in Google. It's saying useful advice helps visitors and build trust, balance between keywords and natural language, headings, media, resources. Now it's evaluating my own content. It's telling me about the media, the optimization length. It's saying, look, we're only 800 words, but really we should aim for 2,000 words, include more resources, additional tips, boost your for CTA. And now it's rewriting the content based on what it's found and incorporating the optimization and best practices. Okay, and it's doing this content for me now here, which is absolutely brilliant. So we're going to let this complete. In fact, what has it got to do now? Let's have a look. That's it, it's going to complete this and it's going to save it over. So what we can do is we can actually let this complete. We'll come back and look at this in a moment. Let's go back over to here and let's have a look at the next strategy that I want to share with you. So on this strategy, I want to show you how you can create top class affiliate reviews between 2 competing products each and every time. Okay, so you might have a product, for example, we'll actually use this example in a moment. So you got Ahrefs, okay, it's a leading product in the market. It's a product that you can have an affiliate link for and make money from. And some people, what they do is they go out, a lot of people, they go out there and compare products before they go out and buy one. So we can compare Ahrefs with, for example, SEMrush. Okay, and we can do this precisely with the software, or we can even have Google do this for us without having to add any URLs. So I'll actually show you both methods in a moment. So the very first one is we're going to go out there and scrape content from 2 sites about 2 different products. We're going to send the content to the AI to evaluate and compare the products, and then we're going to ask the AI to rewrite a detailed product review on a comparison optimized product for that. And that's a 2 URL comparison. I actually wanted to showcase this strategy to you because this one works with GPT. And the really cool thing about this, guys, is when you're working with automation, as you can see, I'm working with default. What this default means is that we're going to, whatever strategy we select, whatever it's set to. So if this is set, for example, to work with Claude, it's going to be working with Claude. But if we wanted to override this, okay, what you can see what's happening in the background is Claude AI actually stopped. It didn't complete, and the software is understood and told it to continue. Okay, so for example, what I was saying here is, this is set to Claude, okay? And when you're working with default, then you might have a strategy that's working with Claude. It might be working with Bing. It might be working with Bard, and it might be working with Chat GPT. Different prompts inside of a strategy. So you can set this as default and work with that. But let's just say, for example, you're free access to Claude, or I've got like 13 messages left. So let's say your access to Claude was gone and you know that you need to still create articles, but now you can't use Claude and these strategies are working with Claude, for example. What you can do is you can override these by saying, okay, I want to work with this strategy But every prompt inside of this strategy should go through Chat GPT, or it should go through Bard, or it should go through Claude, or it should go through Bing, or it should go through GPT-4. And when you're working with Bing as well, guys, you can work with creative, balanced, or precise as well. So it's really, really cool what we've done to this software. I really don't think there's another software out there that can even come close to the kind of control that you get with this. I mean, when I was telling you about you can work with Chat GPT, and the various different my GPTs as well. So when you're inside of a strategy, for example, let me just go ahead and open up one of the strategies for you so I can show you. I did actually show you this down here. You can have this set to using a MyGPT. If I wanted to, I can have this one here set to using a different MyGPT. So you can have multiple prompts inside of a strategy, working with different GPTs, working with GPT-4, then working with 3.5, then working with Claude, then working with Bard, then working with Bing, and do so much with it, guys. It's really, really cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and import the article inside of here. Okay, and if I scroll up to the top, we can see down here, here is my analysis, okay, and here is step 4. So I can actually delete the top analysis, and this is our rewritten article down here, 1,579 words. It did say aim for, I don't know what, 2,000 words or something, didn't it? But anyway, here's the article. So it's pretty cool, guys. This is how you can create content that would rank even higher. Or rewrite content based on the analysis from sites that are already ranked inside of Google. So anyway, let me show you this one down here now. Okay, we're going to use Ahrefs and SEMrush for this. So we'll come down to the browser. I'm going to go over to Google and I'm going to do SEMrush review. Okay, we'll take this URL here. The majority of these guys you'd see that I've visited because I've already been playing around with this so many times. We'll now go ahead and do Ahrefs review. Okay, so what I'm trying to do down here is I'm trying to compare. Okay, I don't want this one. This is just reviews. What I'm trying to do down here, guys, is I'm trying to literally create a blog post on my own website about Ahrefs and about SEMrush. Okay, and I want to have my affiliate link to both places. Now, I don't know if they both have affiliate programs, but if they did, this is exactly what the idea is. So I'm going to come to automation. I'm going to come over to the to URL comparison. Is that what the one that I wanted to put down here? To URL comparison. Yep, it was. Okay, so I'm going to come over to the to URL comparison. When I have a look at the requirements, I can see I need to have my keyword and the crawl. Okay, so I'm going to add my keyword in here, Ahrefs versus SEMrush. I'm going to have a look at the strategy so just so that I understand it fully. Okay, so as you can see down here, what we're doing is we're doing a crawl inside of Chat GPT, and then, we're doing a crawl, and then we're going to be using I think this all uses Chat GPT. It does. The entire prompts down here use Chat GPT, guys. Okay, so I'll actually try and speed this up if I can, but we're crawling to URLs down here. Now, we don't have to even add these URLs in there because we've got other strategies that use Google, but I just wanted to show you this strategy as well because I think it's a pretty cool strategy. So we'll come down here and we'll add the URLs. Okay, so this was the first one. This was the second one. So one of them is about Ahrefs, one of them about SEMrush. I'm not going to add the HTML tags. And I'm going to click on start. Oops, what more info? So let's go down here. Okay, so I don't know if you saw at the top there, we just did a quick crawl. We're going to go over to GPT 3.5 because this is what it uses. So if you got a free version of GPT, then this is exactly how it will work. And there you go. So that's been completed. Let's have a quick look at what's been generated. Okay, so what you can see down here is we actually have 4,107 words, and we have a section on what you're going to learn. Okay, and then you have Ahrefs versus SEMrush, a comprehensive comparison. Okay, why compare them? Ahrefs unveiling the powerhouse. Then it talks about Ahrefs, a deep dive into its features, pricing, and more. And then SEMrush, uncovering the features, pricing, and unique advantages. And then you got Ahrefs versus SEMrush, the ultimate SEO showdown. And then you got choosing between Ahrefs and SEMrush, making the final call. So this article, and then you got FAQs down here as well. So this article has everything someone needs when wanting to come and pick either to go with Ahrefs or SEMrush, guys. Okay, and we fed all of the details to the AI engine using 2 URLs that are ranking probably in position number 1 or in page 1 at least, for the actual review, because then it gives you a good comprehensive review of them, and then you're able to compare and do your own using this method down here. So anyway, let me have a look at the next one and show you what we can do. And another one, guys, is you can do content from top 10. So let's just say, for example, you didn't know what you wanted to do, or you didn't want to add your own URLs in here. You could actually use another strategy in here. It's called content from top 10. Okay, content from top 10. I'll show you this strategy down here. It's much shorter. You do a Google search, so it would be Ahrefs versus SEMrush, and then you'll send it over to the AI engine of your choice and tell it that the content's coming from the top 10 ranking sites. Create me content that is optimized to rank on page 1 as well, and you'll save it over, guys. I'm not going to show you this strategy though. We've already seen a Google search strategy. We'll have a look at the next one that I want to show you. The next one is to create a product comparison for any product, all of these strategies down here, guys, you know, you can go ahead and add other prompts to them. So if you want to go ahead and generate images, generate prompts for images, you want to go ahead and create Facebook posts and Twitter tweets and YouTube transcribes. I mean, look at some of these strategies or some of these that we have down here. So we got categories for example, articles, for affiliates. We've got backlinks, brainstorming, ebooks, emails, Google My Business, keyword research. I mean, you got things like cluster keywords, FAQs, get intent for keywords, keyword optimization plan. All of these are strategies that have multiple prompts inside of them. Sometimes they only have 1 or 2, okay, but sometimes they have so many. There's so many things you can do with this. So I just wanted to point it out. You can always come along and edit these strategies and add even more prompts to them. So let's just say, for example, we've got this test strategy down here. Okay, where were we? We were on this 2 URL comparison. Okay, now let's just say, for example, I wanted to go ahead and create an image for that as well. Now I could come down here and say create a prompt that can be used to generate an AI image, generate an image from an AI engine. Okay, and I could add this down here by saying, okay, it's a prompt, and I click on plus. This has now been added down here, but really I want it maybe above the save command, so I can have it here. Or if I wanted it before that, I can add it and move it up and down as well. So once the strategies has been made, it's very easy to go ahead and actually edit the strategy as well. I mean, I'm not going to save this over now, but you can go ahead and then add and say, you know what, give me facts that can be used for data visualization, and then go ahead and work with your My GPT, set it to whatever you want, for example, and then do it that way. So I just wanted to point out that you can do this on here as well. So anyway, the next strategy that I want to show you is how to create product comparisons for any product. Okay, so ask the AI to list competitors of a product with the pros and cons of each one, but you need to ask an AI that's able to do this. So for this, I like to use things like Google Bard, and the reason behind it is because it's good for facts and up-to-date information, and even trends, and it's really good for keyword research as well. So I like to use Bard for that, and then we're going to feed the data that we get from Bard to another AI engine, so that they get a good understanding of what we want, and then we're going to ask the AI engine to create the content for us. Now, the reason I don't ask Bard to create the content for me is because the other AI engines like Chat GPT just do a better job at doing this. So I'll actually show you this. So I'll go, this is actually called Affiliates Product Comparison Review. I'll go to automation, and this is actually a regular strategy, and I'm using, is it a regular strategy? Yeah, affiliate product review. Let's have, oh no, I need to go to normal there. Okay, so let's go to affiliates. Is it product comparison review, or was it? Yeah, product comparison review. So if you have a look at this, we'll see list the 2 biggest competitors for keywords. So our keywords are going to go there, and this is asking Bard. And then we're saying list the pros and cons for all 3. So that's the 2 competing products and my product that I add down here, and that's with Bard as well. And then we're going over to Chat GPT, feeding the data here that we get from output 2 from Google. Okay, and then we're going over and saying write an engaging article for the first product, for the second product, and then for all 3 combined, or whatever it is, however we're doing it. Okay, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to show you now we can do this with 2 products. So we don't have to just create 1 article at a time. We can create multiple articles at a time. Just select the strategy, add our keywords 1 per time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Pixel 8 Pro, and I'm also, oops, I got it right correctly, Pixel 8 Pro, and I'm also going to do another one as well, which is the Go Pro 12. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and click on start. So what's going to happen now, this is going to actually do 2 products or 2 articles for us, one after the other, and save them over in separate files. And we can minimize this. We don't even have to watch this, guys, like I said, but let this continue. So this is asking Google for facts and competitors. Now we're asking it for the pros and cons for each one. If I scroll down, I can probably see them. And now we're going to feed this data that we got from Google Bard to Chat GPT so that it can go ahead and generate an outline. Oh no, so that it can actually go ahead and start writing the content. Okay, so it's got the Samsung S23, and now it's going to go for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So these are the competitors of the Pixel 8 Pro, which is actually the phone that I've got myself. Okay, and now it's doing a showdown. Okay, so the ultimate smartphone showdown, Google Pixel 8 Pro versus Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So this is a really good comparison article that people, your visitors that are going to come to your website are going to be able to come and they're going to be able to come ahead and see a good review on that for us. Okay, so that's all done there for us. Okay, and what I've done down here is I've actually got this use shortcode section set it down there, and this set to 1, so I shouldn't have even been using this, but this is what's controlling how many articles actually get generated. Okay, and as you can see down here, it's actually created 1 of 2, and the reason behind it is because we had that set on there. So I'm going to let this go again, but while it's going again, I'm going to go ahead and work with the editor, because we can work with other things while we're here as well. So I just want to show you this article that is created for us. Okay, so it's this Pixel 8 Pro article. This article is actually a 2,674 words article. Okay, so the battle of the titans, Google Pixel 8 Pro, and it's giving you details about the Google 8 Pro, the pros, the cons, and then it introduces the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and then it gives you the pros and cons for the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and then it gives you then it gives you an overview of the S23 Ultra, a deep dive at the pros and cons of the S23 Ultra, and then it starts on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and then at the end it gives the ultimate smartphone showdown, Google Pixel 8 Pro versus Samsung Galaxy S23, and there you have it, guys. Okay, and it would have went ahead and generated the other article for us as well. Let's see where we are at the moment. We're on 3 of 6, so we're nearly done on this one. So once it's done, I just want to show you that it's going to go ahead and start generating the other article for us as well, because you're actually able to add this with, let's say, even 50 keywords. Select, whatever strategy you want and have this software minimized. For example, you can minimize this down here. If I click on OK, you can see it's minimized down here, so you can continue do whatever you want down here, and you're going to be able to work with this. So let me just go ahead and maximize this so we can see it, because we want to see it. So what you can do is create hundreds and hundreds of articles, and just let the system run for you. So anyway, we're on this last prompt again. Let this complete so then we can see that the next article actually gets started. So what we're doing with this one is we're getting facts from we're getting facts from Bard, and then we're feeding it to GPT. So as you can see, we're on the second article now, 2 of 2, 1 of 6, prompt 1 of 6, and now it's on GoPro 12. So now it's going to go and do everything that we just done for the first one for the second one, and it will do this for any other keywords that you have in there as well. Okay, but we'll come back to this in a moment. Let's go ahead and have a look at the next strategy that I want to show you. The next strategy that I want to show you is how we can condense extensive information into concise, impactful summaries. So let's say, for example, you got a video that's like 1 hour long and you don't want to watch that video. You can now go and get the transcript of that video. You can send all of that content from that transcript to the AI engine to evaluate and ask it to make you a quick summary of it. Or you can go out there and you can visit all of your news sites, send all of the news sites to the scrape all of the news sites, send it to the AI engine, and then get the AI engine to give you a summary of the daily news. Okay, so I'm going to show you both of them. I've actually got some news sites down here. I think I've got 10 news sites that I just saved down here for us. Let's see how far we are on here. We're on 5 of 6. What we'll do, we'll let this complete, and then I'll actually quickly go ahead and show you this as well. So this is the advantage of this, guys. It's really, really cool because you can have and you can add your own strategies. You can edit strategies. The software comes with strategies. Okay, you can automate the strategies, not only for one keyword, but for multiple keywords. And these strategies are strategies whereby you can have prompts that take data from Bing, pass it over to GPT, or take it from Bard and pass it over to Claude, or do everything together at once. And the only reason I'm showing you some of the strategies without generating images and without generating more graphs is because I've already shown you a strategy that does this, and you can edit these strategies to add this onto that as well should you wish. So as you can see, Chat GPT is running a bit slow, guys, but this is something that would experience even if we worked with it in a different browser. And this is why it's really, really cool to work with automation, because you don't have to view all this. Obviously we're viewing it now because I'm giving you a demo of how it looks, but when you're working with this, guys, you're going to find it's going to be, you know, it's like a gift, guys. The amount of time that it's going to save you if you have to repeat your strategies over and over again to generate the kind of content you want. So for example, you might want a strategy whereby you have FAQs, you have a table of content, you have images, you have data graphs, you have schema markup, you have whatever else you want on there that's built up using entities, that's built up using LSI terms, that's come from content that ranks inside of Google. You can do all of this manually. I'm not saying you can't, but it's going to take you a long time. But once you have the strategy set inside of the software, you can then run multiple keywords through that same strategy without lifting another finger. And that's how cool this software makes it, guys. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the editor and I'm going to go and pull this in. So we've got the GoPro 12. I'm going to show you the GoPro 12 one that the software has just made. Okay, so unleash your adventurous spirit with the GoPro Hero 12 Black. Okay, and then we're going to go and it's going to compare it to the 360-degree journey with the Insta360 One X2. Okay, and then we're going to go... Okay, yeah, here we go. This was the Digi Osmo Action 3 camera, and then we're going to do the showdown with the GoPro Hero 12 Black, Insta360 One X2, and the Digi Osmo Action 3. So it's really, really cool, guys, with what you can do with this, guys. Okay, so let me just have a look at this one here. Oh yeah, I was going to help you and show you how you can summarize this. So first of all, what we'll do, we'll actually go over to the browser. We'll go over to YouTube. Let me go over to YouTube. And let me pick a video here on YouTube. So look at this video here. This video is actually 1 hour and 15 minutes long. I'm going to click on pause. But if you have a look at the video, okay, let me mute this. And I'm going to show you how long this video is. Okay, so you can see this video now. Oh, did I just... What a silly one. Okay, you can see this video is 1 hour and 15 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay, now I'm going to click on this CC and I'm going to use transcript automation. Okay, and I'm going to click on fetch CC. This was actually a transcript that I done from a 4-hour video, guys. Okay, but I'm going to click on fetch CC. Now this is the CC, the transcript from this video here. This is a prompt that I'm going to send. We're going to be able to customize this prompt as well. I'm going to send this to Claude because Claude is going to be able to get all that. And I'm going to click on send to engine. And what's going to happen now is this is going to send all of the content from that transcript over to Claude, and Claude's going to give us a quick summary of that transcript, which is really, really cool, guys, because it helps us and it saves us from having to watch a video that's 1 hour and 15 minutes minutes long. Okay, and you can do the exact same thing by scraping all of the sites that rank inside of Google, for the news sites as well. So this one was summarize news and videos. So let me just go into summarize news and videos. Oops, okay, it's saying that it hasn't been able to summarize it on this occasion. Okay, provide the full trial. Okay, so I don't know what's happened there, but on this occasion it's refused to summarize it, but it usually summarizes it nicely, guys. But let's go ahead and show you the other strategy that I wanted to show you anyway. It was a logical strategy, and it was underneath test, and it was summarize news and videos. Okay, what I need to do is go over to CC and click on stop. Otherwise it's not going to stop because it didn't complete. So we'll actually go over to here again. Right, so I was going to choose the summarize news and videos, and if we have a look at the requirements, we only need to add the URLs. And if I have a look at the strategy, you can see this, we got 1 to 10, so we've got 10 crawls that we're doing in here. So it wants 10 URLs, and then it's saying below is the latest content from the home pages of the top 10 most used news websites. Please consolidate the most important headlines and summaries from all sites into one list, removing any duplicates. Use markdown format. And we're giving site 1, and we're giving the data for site 1, site 2, site 3, site 4, all the way to site 10. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over to logical. We're going to add all 10 sites down here. Okay, some of these sites are going to be blocked, guys, because they have paywalls. Some of these sites, they just take longer to load than others, so it might take a little bit of longer time. But I'm going to go ahead and click on save, and I'm going to show you how to do this now. I'm going to click on start, and you'll see up here, guys, we're going to be doing the crawls. There's a second crawl, third crawl, fourth crawl, fifth, sixth. Now the seventh one seems to be taking a bit longer. Okay, so this site seems to be slow. I should have removed it from the list. I should have checked these before. Okay, 7, 8, 9, sorry. And I think the final one, 10. And now we're going over, we're using Claude for this one. Okay, so we've given it all of the content. So I'll actually scroll up so you can see. So site 1, and we're giving it the content from site 1. Site 3, okay, site 3's got no content. Okay, so that was probably a paywall or something. Site 2, okay, we've detected unusual activity from your computer, so this has blocked us anyway. Site 4, site 5. Okay, so we've got quite a few of the sites down here. Some of the sites that blocked me, guys. And here we go. So we can see the latest headlines, guys, which is really, really cool. We can actually open this up. Once it's completed, then you're going to have to open it up inside of here. And you can see all of the headlines down here. A temporary ceasefire in Gaza and hostage release set to start Friday morning. The 4-day truce had been expected to begin Thursday, but it seemed to hit a late snag. Humanitarian groups hope for more aid can start flowing into Gaza. Release of hostages from Gaza. So as you can see, there's giving us a summary of the news on each site down there. Let's go back over to the presentation, and I think we're done here, guys. So anyway, this is our latest software. It's much more enhanced than what you see on the sales page, and we're actually running a special on this as well. So I'm going to be giving you a special code below, and you're going to be able to use that code to get a discount for when buying the lifetime version of the prompt generator AI. So this is really, really cool, guys. Some of the new features that we're looking to add in here as well, guys. We're looking to add text to speech, so you're going to be able to convert your articles to audio files as well. You are going to be able to add video creation as well. This is going to be basic video creation using images that the AI generates, using text to speech that the AI generates, and compiling them into videos. And we're also going to be able to generate things like logos and PowerPoint presentations, and you know, all sorts of e-cover kind of covers and social media covers and what have you. And you're going to be able to do this, guys, is because these AI engines are advancing themselves. Like I said, this software itself, or like I said at the start of this presentation, guys, it's all about using automation with AI, because these AI engines do take a little bit of time to spit out the content. Okay, they do take a little bit of time to perform all these analyses, but the two things that you got to take away from this is, number one, this doesn't only automate your prompts. So you might have chain of command prompts, for example. Let's see how many prompts are in here. So you've got 8 prompts in here, guys, and you're using these chain of commands because you're getting better output from the AI engine. But for you to do this, you have to sit there and manually type these. So this software automates all this for you, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, but what it also does as well, it automates things like going ahead and doing a Google search. Okay, so you can go and do a Google search, visit the top 10 ranking sites, analyze the content, get the LSI terms back as well. It'll go ahead and crawl any URL that you'd like as well. It'll go and post it to WordPress or onto the cloud, like maybe IBM or Amazon S3, and it'll also save it to Google Documents as well. So it's doing a 2-part kind of automation down here. It's automating the Google search and the tedious work that it will take for you to generate that page 1 worthy optimized content, and at the same time it's automating the prompts that you'd have to add and then wait for an output that you get from the AI engine as well. And thirdly, you're able to, you know, like in a fusion type of way, be able to work with all 4 engines in combination to get the best possible results. And as mentioned, all of these 4 engines come free of charge, and they do have paid for versions as well. Now you might have some restrictions if you're on a paid for, if you're not on a paid for version, and even on the paid for versions you have restrictions as well. So if I take you over, for example, to Chat GPT, you can see on GPT-4 it says down here 40 messages for every 3 hours. So I try my best not to use it when I don't have to use it, and a lot of the times when you see, for example, you got content down here. Let's go and put in some content really quickly, for example here, and you wanted to have more content. Okay, what you could turn around is you could turn around and say, and the software basically hasn't generated enough content. You could come around to the AI and work with it manually as well, and you could turn around and say, here is content I have in my article. Please provide additional content that will make it longer. Provide the new unique content only. Okay, so what I've done here is I've given it content that I've already got on my site, and now I've said just give me new unique content. Now what I can do, I can come over here, I can put my cursor wherever it is, I can go over to Chat GPT, the Chat GPT AI tab, and now I can highlight whatever I want. Okay, so for example, this is the new expanded content. I can now right click this. I can save it all if I want, or I can just send it to the editor. Now I've sent it to the editor. As you can see, okay, if we come above here, you can see advanced sensor technology. It's all been added down here again for me. So it's really cool, guys, the way it works. It lets you really build those highly optimized, SEO optimized articles using a number of tasks. And the number one method, guys, is, as I mentioned down here, reverse engineer. We already know what ranks inside of Google. This is content that Google likes. These AI engines are highly sophisticated AI engines that are all being trained on natural language processing. Okay, so feeding them all this data, telling them what you want done, and then asking it to produce the data for you gives you a much better output than if you just turn around and said to it, generate me an article about SEO, or create me an article about on-site optimization versus off-site optimization. Instead, do a Google search, find out what ranks in Google, visit all of the sites, send that content to them and say, look, this is content that's already ranking in Google. I want you to create me content that's inspired by this content so that my own content ranks in Google. And this is exactly what it allows you to do. So anyway, guys, we've got lots of new things coming to this. There's things that I haven't even been able to speak to you about. We have things like AI comments, whereby you're able to perform comments on AI fields with automated generated areas that you can work with as well. It works with YouTube transcripts. You got your own browser in there. You got a SEO scoring section in here as well. You got areas that allow you to do, I mean, if we have a look at these shortcodes, system generated shortcodes, these are all system generated shortcodes, guys. You can get ranking data, you can add a ranking URL, you can get headings from the top 10 ranking sites, you can get LSI terms from the top 10 ranking sites, you can print the URL that the data's come from, you can add your own business details and so much more. I've already mentioned things like roles to you. You can can add business profile data as well. So for example, if you want to add business profile data, this is a test version that I'm using down here. I don't have any data down here. So we've come a long way, guys. This makes a lot of tools obsolete. We've got people in our group that absolutely love this software, guys, that are getting 100 out of 100 SEO optimized content scores out of their articles. They are already subscribed to other AI content tools, and nothing compares to what this can do. And we still have a roadmap to improve it and make it even better. And as mentioned, as these AI engines update, make changes and make enhancements, we are also updating it as well. As mentioned, we can work with my GPTs now. We can work with 3.5. We can work with 4. We can generate images with Bing. We can work with Claude. There's so much that we're going to continue to keep this up with, guys. So do take us on this discount, guys. I think you're going to really enjoy working with this software. We've got things like strategies in here. Let me just show you one of these strategies that we have down here. So this is a 5 article from Outline. This is article with social email promotion. So this is a 16 prompt strategy, guys. This creates an article for you, okay, and then it goes ahead and creates 3 engaging tweets for you. It then goes ahead and creates a Facebook post for you as well, and then it goes ahead and creates you 3 different YouTube shorts transcripts as well, guys. And then it composes 3 emails that you can send out to your subscribers of your newsletter, guys. So you got entire strategies that you can do with this, guys, from creating the article to promoting the article to continuously sending traffic to that article by emailing your newsletter subscribers, for example. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you enjoy what Prompt Generator AI can do for you, and I really hope you can take us up on this offer, because it's not going to be lasting very long.